Hello everybody, this video here is going to discuss working with the orders through filter. Now the orders through filter is different from a scheduled through filter. The scheduled through filter has to do with everything that's on auto scheduled stops, which I'm going to discuss more when I get into discussing the schedule manager. Okay, so the orders through filter, what this does is these are like hotshot orders. These are manually created orders. Okay, so I'm going to explain a couple different ways how orders get into this filter. One, if you have an auto scheduled stop, okay, and you happen to edit the auto scheduled stop. So for instance, I'm going to go into one of these here and I'm going to pick this one for Monday and I'm going to double click on it. I'm going to say called for delivery. I will put a little exclamation point on it, save that. I'll even put in some ordered product. So I'm going right into the order maintenance area. Sorry, it's going to make me change it to today, 31st. Okay, continue, restock. I'm going to say they're calling for 100 bags. Okay, so that is done. That particular order number is completed. So what I'm going to do here is watch this. I'll do a refresh of the screen. That order is no longer there because it was edited. Now it just became a hot shot. And you can see that it's right there. So that's one way the order can get in there. The other way, of course, that the orders can get into the orders through filter is if I'm manually creating an order. So if I go right into my order entry and I choose 100 bomb group, continue, and it's already got an order. It's already got a service call in play right now, so we're not going to worry about that. And I'm going to say they ordered 100 bags. Okay. So going inside here, refresh, we're going to see, oh, there's another depot that's been in. There it is right there. Okay, so that's the second way orders can go in there. The third way is by pulling stops in from the all schedules filter. Okay, these stops down here are not orders. Okay, they're stops that are in waiting for orders. So if you were to take any one of these, so I'm going to take one from Geneva, and I'll create a route, a new one. And I'm going to pull a couple of these stops in. Now, as soon as I do this, it automatically created an order for them. Okay, so now it's an active order. Once they're pulled out of here and put on a route, now they're an active order. Now, what happens if I pull them off route? You can see right there, it falls right into the order filter, basically waiting for me to find a place to put it again. Okay, so now looking over here, the last thing I'd like to go over with this orders filter here, as you can see here, they're all showing up in their respective dates separated by their zones. Now, you got to see right here that one of these says Ohio City. Now, the routing cycle for CoolRank software starts on a Sunday and ends on a Saturday. Okay, so stops that did not get done from last cycle, the last 7 days, is going to show up under the previous. So this stop will stay in here for this entire week, for last week. If it wasn't done last week, it'll stick here. And it'll just keep rolling over day after day after day until finally another 7 days goes, and then it will fall off the list altogether. But you can see here, any stops that are not done on a day will just keep rolling over. So I'm going to kind of flip over to next week. You can see here we have all these orders. And you can see there's the previous ones. Those are the ones I was talking about. You can see here you got Monday stops, Tuesdays, or whatever. Now if this particular stop is not done on Monday, if I flip this over to Tuesday, it's still going to be sitting there waiting for me. You can see right there, it still said it was supposed to be done on Monday, but it didn't get done. So what am I going to do? I'm going to try and dispatch this thing out onto a route. Try and find a home for it. I mentioned before when I was talking through the schedule through filter is try and keep your filters clean. I hold true for this too for the orders. I like to go to those different days. I kind of like to put them in a place where I think they might go in that day. And of course when that day comes up, then of course I can make that adjustment. But it also makes it so those orders will actually show up in my future router where I might be able to move them in sooner. Okay, so that is the orders filter, and so if anybody has any questions on that, let me know. Oh, one more thing I wanted to add. I apologize. There is reports in here that'll tell you what type of orders are coming. Okay, and I recommend people to play around with reports. But if you go under the orders, and you can get an order summary by date range, you can kind of take a look here and say, oh, what's happening, what's coming. And you can play around with this report right here, and you can even separate it by zones and kind of see a summary of what's going up. Of course, I don't really have any show empty orders. No, let's see what that does. Okay, so I guess I really don't have, maybe it would help if I, let's go from 831 to 913. Let's see if we got anything going on there. There we go, that's what I wanted to see. So this is showing all those orders that are coming. So if you have like a lot of special event orders or things like that, I'm basically told right now, it says don't show me empty orders, or yes, show me empty orders. This is showing me everything that are basically those hotshot pre-order type orders for the future that are right here. Okay, so this can kind of help people in the office kind of get a heads up on different thing that's going on. Okay, so that is the orders filter. If anybody has any questions on that, feel free to let me know. Thanks.